I saw you hitting bug the not the studio, but hitting some um mic checks with Navio for the Navio at 20
Yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
How was that reuniting back and the whole experience?
I mean, I think sometimes you gotta honor and respect those who remain consistent, those who break barriers, and those who see a future forward authentically that identifies them to be their realest selves. And I think that that's what I respect about Navio. Is one of the people from the era that we've come from that I've seen his dedication and commitment. And when I put a call out and I'm doing something for the community, he doesn't even be like, "So Baba, where's my transport money?" Like some people will be. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And people might take that lightly, but that angle and that idea that when you're building for the culture that they benefit from, they still want to charge you to build.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say that I will always respect Navio for the idea that he's always been one that shows up at any conversation, at any call.
Hmm.
This is happening, and it's like, yo, all right, let's talk, let's meet, let's reason, let's build. That level of confidence and that level of welcomeness. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think it speaks to the person in him to be the first rapper or MC ever in Uganda to celebrate 20 years as that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hats off to the brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And mind you, that when he was doing his concert, there was also another concert, but you know what I mean? He did his thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, we must give credit and honor the consistent, the driven, and those who prove, there's a proof of concept,
Hmm.
that the culture of hip hop has impacted a life in Uganda.
Yep.
So he's a true representation of what hip hop can do for a young person to turn into a commendable, accountable, and at the same time, an individual of value in community. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think for me, as someone who loves the culture so much, characters like his, is what I would hope that others would, adapt to. Because there's no reason why you're scared of talking about Baluku. There's no reason why you can't convene as brothers for the culture you love. There's no point why you still want Babaluku to pay for you to show up to talk about the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I speak this, just to keep it 100 that
Hmm.
with hip hop culture, sometimes you got to give honor where it's due. And so big up to my brother, for pulling on a beautiful show.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I know, the back end, of where he comes from to really see hip hop, go to a next level. And you won't find a lot of rappers who really actually give credit where it's due.
Hmm.
Everyone want to be the man. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm this, I'm that.
Hmm.
Everyone caught up in the front. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I always tell people, who you still challenging? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
At this point in time, like, who you still trying to prove something to?
Yeah. Exactly.
We've been here long enough. When someone says 20 years, that means 20 years of stories, struggles, pain, breakdowns, distress, that they've been able to maneuver through to keep shining. So
Hmm.
what, you still want to challenge that?
Hmm.
I mean, you got to do that at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? But I'll